All right, so getting ready to go on another weekend. Are you ready to go? I'm excited because it's been almost 3 weeks of sort of cut and paste kind of van life weekends. A couple of them I was sick. I keep bringing that up because it was just such an epic interlude. It curtailed my workouts. I couldn't do it. So tomorrow I start again another quest of 90 days, no matter what. Hashtag no matter what. If you want to join along with me, we'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. I'll post that somewhere. But let's just go. It's time to get going. I'm excited just to get out in the backcountry again, and I have an unboxing. So stick with me all the way to the end and subscribe, guys. Come on, this is a, I love doing this, but it takes time and effort. I want to know that you're here with me on this one. So subscribe, press the notification button, and stay all the way to the end. I'm unpacking something really cool this week. So here we go. I don't care what anyone says, Vancouver Island rocks. I've been to many places around the world, and I have to tell you, it's a pleasure coming back here. We have it all. We've got mountains and oceans and glaciers and rainforest, and it's just a beautiful scene all around. So if you ever get a chance to visit, please come. You'll be glad you did. I'm back in Shimanus, and I promised you a tour of this cute and amazing place. It is the home of the most murals in the world, and I mean everywhere you look are murals, so I'll have to come back and do just that. While I'm waiting for the food to arrive, here are just a few sights outside the window of the restaurant. Murals everywhere. And here it is, chicken biryani. Actually, I think it's called chicken biryani. Either way, fabulous. What I love about Shimanus is that they are friendly to overnight campers. This one street right here, there are various spots for campers to park overnight or for how many days they need to park and just be comfortable. There are public washroom facilities there. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, hospitality. Isn't that gorgeous? Stayed in the area last night, overnight, had some great East Indian food here in Shimanus, and just pulled over to use the public washroom before heading further up island on this glorious, what promises to be a glorious day here on Vancouver Island. Okay, this is one of my favorite spots on the island, and it's about my third or fourth time here. I've lost count, and you'll see why in a second, why I love coming here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, this is exciting. You know how I talk about coming out and into the backcountry here and getting away from technology and not having access to internet or cell phone access or anything like that? Well, you know, when that was great, and it still continues to be a wonderful idea, but sometimes not always feasible, because I might be away for a few days in a row, and not having access to internet or anything puts me behind in my ability to edit and load video and such. So the decision was to get Starlink, and Starlink, it's the satellite that can roam wherever you happen to be, and it just arrived, and I'm so excited. So let's take a moment to unpack. Okay, so this comes nicely packed and secured. This is the base, I guess. And there it is. It's pretty sleek looking, actually. Can you see that? And it just has to be facing north towards Elon's satellite. And the rest of it is worked through an app on my phone. So let me see if I can... Ooh, very long cord. Not sure what that is, but we'll figure that out. Look how much cord that gives you. So you can, no matter where you happen to be on the property, you can pretty well set up. There's another cord here, but of course that means I'm just going to have to read the instructions. So let me just put it inside this for a moment so I can at least see. So now, using the phone, I'm finding the best location in which to put the dish. So I have to hold up the phone and it'll tell me where to locate and position and so forth. This was the easiest internet setup, way easier than setting up what was at home. So guess what? Guess what? Let me turn the camera around. And I've got internet connection out in the backcountry. Why am I singing? I don't know. But this is important stuff. Only because now I can upload video and content without having to wait days before I get back into cell service or back to my desk. This is revolutionary. And there's a cords going back to the battery that's sitting back at the picnic table over there. I mean, I could bring the battery out here, but why bother? It's sitting right where it needs to be right now. But this is just so cool. Woohoo! Thank you, Elon. Pristine and gorgeous and quiet and unencumbered and fresh. And this is exactly what the doctor ordered, to get that energy back in the body after a couple of weeks of mucusy time. Look at that water, isn't that beautiful? Oh, got some in there. there's a 4-hour trail going up the side of that mini mountain that I want to do at some point. And there's some other campers here this weekend. This is more than I'm used to. Usually it's just me and the old girl. But look at this. And I love the view at night. Gorgeous. This is people walking down here. This is a very popular spot during the camping season. So there are going to be more and more people. So this is not a place I come during the camping season. This is off camping season places. Because it's just too crowded. And if you can even get in, it's just crazy. So it's the off-road, true off-grid, backcountry kind of thing that'll be happening starting April.
Back in that bag again. Whoa, yeah. Hey. Back in that, yeah. Tell them to watch it. Now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she sliding, tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that shit doing. Damn, she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag.
It's dinner time, and this week it's barbecue chicken legs. I'm that type of person. I like to take the skin off and the fat off and all the extraneous bits and pieces that you tend to find on these things. So I know a lot of people don't like that. They like the skin, but skin's pretty fatty. So I do what I can to, if I'm going to eat meat, I do what I can to get rid of those extra calories and bits and pieces. And I clean things up, and that's just me. What you're not going to see on camera is me also preparing a really great salad and a special recipe barbecue sauce. When I use 3 types of sauces and a couple of spices, and it is the bomb. My mom always used to tell me, as long as you have spices, you're in business. In the van, there is a pantry and spice rack that I still have yet to fill to completion, but I'm working on it. So there you have it, chicken and salad. The chicken came out beautifully, especially with the I created a barbecue sauce with 3 different ingredients, and isn't that gorgeous? Dinner time. Big sigh. Just taking another walk before I go home. And I just want to share something with you guys. I'm going to turn around. Look at this trail. Isn't that pretty neat? There's so many trails up here. This is Horn Lake Caves area, and some of them go up side of a mountain, down, around. I mean, beautiful little waterfalls here and there. This is, if you can find yourself up here, please do. Do yourself a favor. And speaking of favors, just this weekend, I read in a newspaper where it's now a thing where doctors and nurses and other healthcare providers are writing prescriptions. Listen to this. Listen to this. They're writing prescriptions so you can come out and get the full nature effect. Okay? So you come out into nature and heal. Come out into nature and breathe. Come out and to nature and let it do its magic on you. Come out to nature and allow it to perform natural mojo. Now, this is what this channel is about. Whether I'm doing my van life weekends or I'm teaching on the weekly series Natural Mojo, it's about being out here and healing from the inside out. And I'm walking through rainforest a lot of the time. Look at these views. I'm walking through rainforest a lot of the time. And talk about natural skincare. It's about breathing. Allowing your body to breathe, allowing your mind to think, getting quiet, finding your special spots and places and moments, and indulging in ways that you don't get to do when you're around screens full time and when you're constantly being torn from one task to the next, people talking, responsibilities. I hear that the doctors are now prescribing 2-hour walks a week minimum for people who are having anxiety issues and other issues. I mean, I think I've been onto something for a long time, so have many people, but they're getting to recognize the full healing effects of what it is to be out here. I mean, look at some of these trees. Again, it's very difficult for you to catch the full scale and scope of things, I know, sorry, but it's just the way it is. It's just hard to see it and feel it and experience it unless you're right here with me. For those of you that do this on a regular basis, you get what I'm talking about. For everybody else, trust me, just get somewhere. You must have a park somewhere where you live. You don't have to be out in forest and rainforest and glacial parks and things like I do or get to do and be on here on Vancouver Islands. I'm blessed. What can I tell you? I'm lucky like that. But if you don't have that opportunity, go for a walk after dinner. Go for a walk before work. Plan your time so you get to get outside and see things. Make it an adventure. This is what I want this channel to be, right? I know I say I'm a van lifer, and I am, but there's more to it. It's about following your curiosity. It's about reconnecting to yourself and your life and your dreams and your vision and your soul. It's about maybe even coming out here and doing some yoga. It's about coming out here and maybe even crying. Sometimes we have to let loose a lot of energy and let loose a lot of things that we've been holding on to. And as a van lifer, you can get away from people and find beautiful sacred spots in which to do that. I mean, sometimes I just push through places that I'm not probably even supposed to be walking. And now that it's springtime, gosh, I'm in danger of running into critters because the critters are going to be waking up. The bears and the, I don't think cougars ever go to sleep, or I don't think deer and elk go to sleep, but you know what I mean. Already starting to fight off mosquitoes. As much as I love spring and summer, man, those guys are just annoying as hell. But all that means is that on the van, I'll be putting up the big screen doors, so when the door opens, there's the mesh on the front, on the side sliding door, and on the back door. So, and maybe put up some mosquito strips inside so when they get in there they can stick. But you do what you have to do when you're out here in the backcountry like this. You do what you have to do. I mean, look at this. It's just 360 of beautifulness. And as I said, I'm just getting back to full steam. I'm about 92% there. I'm getting all of this congestion out of my face from that terrible episode I had a couple of weeks ago, and coming back to myself, but my energy's coming back. I can get back to the gym. I traded my gym membership from Good Life to Anytime Fitness because there's more locations, and when I'm out, I can keep my membership, my workout going, because now I'm on a new quest where I'm working out every single day, whatever it happens to be, whether it's a run or I'm doing weightlifting, but no day skipped, no matter what. That is my quest. I'm doing a 90-day quest where there's no missing out on my workouts, and I'll see where I am, and then I'll recommit. Look at this. I'm going to turn around. I want you to see this sort of corridor of beautiful trees. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's just like this beautiful carpet of green between this sort of ashy gray bark. Again, you really can't see the beauty of it unless you're here, but I'm just feeling so energized. Energized, people. Energized. That's what the doctors and the healthcare professionals want you to feel. Vibrancy. This is what natural mojo is. Vibrancy. How do you bring that energy back? How do you bring the magic back in? How do you bring that feeling of aliveness back into your life? And that's why I'm using my adventures to help people bring the vibrancy back into their life. I'm so excited about that I'm committing to that. It's not just about, let's see what's going on with the van. This is about what's going on with you. What's going on up here? What's going on in here? What's the dream? What's the vision? What do you have to connect to make that a priority in your life? I just came across a book called 4,000 Weeks. And one of the most eye-opening things about that book is that there's an illustration of the premise is we have approximately 4,500 weeks if you live to be about the average age of an adult in these Western countries. So you might be living to about 76, 77 years old. So you have about 4,500 weeks. And my mother lived to be 77 years old. And you could get lucky. You could get to 80, you could get to 90, but more or less, you've got about 4,500 weeks. And the chart shows all of those weeks, all 4,500 weeks. So if you color them in, you get to see how many weeks you have left. And when I saw that, it's like, holy shit. I only have so many weeks left, supposedly, give or take a few. What the hell am I doing? What am I waiting for? What am I sitting around contemplating? Who am I considering? Why am I waiting for permission? Whose opinions do I care about so much that I'm going to sit on my ass? What am I being lazy about? What am I running? Why am I running myself down in my mind? Nonsense. I don't have time. According to this chart, I have to get busy like right now. And one of my big goals for myself is to get into the best shape of my life. And I'll do that. Who wants to join me? Anyways, I just wanted to take you on this walk, on this special walk with me, and have this conversation because it's so exhilarating to be out in places like this. I mean, look, I love this carpet. Listen, this is a great trail. And then when you get further down, there's like a crossroads, and there's about 4 different directions you can go. And it's just so pretty to see, well, which one of these pretty little things you're going to take. And one of them takes you up to Horn Lake Caves. And that's a whole nother adventure, which I'll take you on another time. I was up here when I came out for the first time up to Horn Lake. I went into, and my biggest fear is small, dark, enclosed spaces. And these caves, you have to like get right down in it. They're in the ground. They're pitch black. I think there's bats in there. And I got in there and I thought my heart was going to leap out of my chest. But this is about taking chances, doing those things. Some of them have to be calculated because you need to have safety in mind, but not safety where the fact that you don't get yourself to do anything. You're too busy watching other people do things. Be the star of your own life and get in there and take some action, have some fun, and get out of your own way. Aren't you tired being in your own way? And this is what this whole van life thing is about, is getting me out of my comfort zone and into places and situations that I've never encountered, with people that I'm meeting for the first time. And as a woman of color, a lot of these people are meeting me for the first time too. So it's a two-way street, and it's been good and it's been fun. And I'm, like I said, I've been so blessed. I've had the wherewithal to do this. And this was a weekend where I told you that now that I'm connected to Starlink, I'm able to get some more projects on the go and get some things, because I don't want to disappear for days at a time and I'm not connected to the world. That's not fair to the people that are waiting for me with newsletters that they paid for and stuff like that. So but you know what, even though I now have internet connection, it won't take away my desire to escape down these little hidden paths and just take pictures. And that's the other thing I'm now really interested in, is pictures. I want to get out my good camera that I bought and never really got into, and really bump up my photography skills. You know, it's just got to do it. I'm going to turn the camera around. Thing that I like to do, just go through some obscure path. It's not even a trail. I just like to go off trail and just check things out, see what's going on. I mean, I can go on and on. I just love that, just being right in the middle of things. Here I am, just like being in the middle of things and just being up close to, and just feeling the tree against my back for a minute. No, seriously. It's the reason you gotta come out here. It seems to be buddy season. Stop for gas and these two are just hanging out by the pumps. Like, what's going on? Two buddies. I think they're on the loose again. Every now and again it seems like a rabbit infestation happens and they're just everywhere. Funny. Thought I'd stop in. I love antiques. My mother got me involved with the whole antique thing, and she used to drag me to every little antique show and shop. So it's part of me. So in Ladysmith, I thought, hey, why not stop in at the antique mall? Lots of nostalgia. If you're ever in the area in Ladysmith, drop in. It's 3 floors of old-time memories. It's funny, I'm at Best Buy and looking at some things that I need to make my process a little bit smoother. One being a cord that goes from my phone to an external hard drive, so I can save a lot more B-roll and different bits and pieces of information that I gather, because it's just too much for my phone. And even though my phone has a very large capacity, I take way too much, so I need a external hard drive, 1 terabyte at least, might go up to 2. But I need the cord, and I'm just looking around and I'm laughing because I look at all the things that we think we need to do the job that we need to do, and really what we need is a firm commitment just to get down and do the work. Sound familiar?
We've been driving around, singing songs way too loud because we wanna. Picking up all our friends, fill up the car till it bends because we wanna.
So are you in love with this place yet, the way that I am? I'm telling you, if you land here, you will fall in love. Thank you so much for traveling with me this week up island once again. And stay tuned for some really exciting new things coming now that we are in the springtime. And Natural Mojo, the real essence of Natural Mojo with Mentor Pam in the van, will start coming forth. Take care. See you again.